Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen, as I promised, I was going to go over this Jay-Z information for the week because, again, it was so much stuff going back and forth, that I wanted to be able to kind of go over each little piece of it. We're going to spend as much time as we need to, but we don't want to spend too much time because it's a lot of information. All right, y'all. Housekeeping. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. And if you like the video, please subscribe, and you'll be open to a plethora of movies and television series that I have reviewed, and also my pop culture chats. Listen, and if you want to support the channel, hit that Cash App. Memberships are available. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's see if we can keep this going. All right. Y'all, as I went through all of this information, I'm just changing the color of my banner real quick. There. As I've gone through all of this information, y'all, it's a lot of information, and we're gonna muddle through this stuff. We are gonna get through this and muddle through this stuff. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Now, go back through my last video, the Spiro's press conference review. This is the video where we reviewed his press conference, where he laid out all the information to where he believed that the Jane Doe's information given to the Tony Buzbee law firm was provably false. He went over a very good timeline. Y'all go back to that video. It's a very good and it's informative. And the reason why I brought that up is because I do want to briefly go over Jay-Z's motion right here. Shout out to Megan Cuniff. This is in her document cloud. We're not going to go over the whole thing. We're just going to review defendant Sean Carter's memoranda of law in support of his emergency motion for an order to show cause and an order for the preservation of evidence and to strike the complaint and dismiss Mr. Carter from this action. So he filed an order to preserve all evidence that the Buzzbee law firm has in regarding to their lawsuit against him. And he's also wanting him to be dismissed from this lawsuit, this action, it to be dismissed. He wants to be dismissed from this lawsuit. So it's about 19 pages of this. We'll just go over the table of contents so you'll know exactly what's going on. They have a preliminary statement. They got a factual background. They go over Buzzbee misconduct in the lawsuit, Buzzbee's misconduct in other lawsuits. They go over the legal standards. They go over their argument, which is an immediate preservation order is warranted because there is substantial risk that key evidence will not be preserved. Mr. Carter faces a significant risk that Buzzbee will destroy relevant evidence. Uh, Absent a preservation order, Mr. Carter's right to conduct a full discovery will be irreparably harmed. The burden on Buzzbee to preserve evidence is negligible, and the court should strike the complaint against as against Mr. Carter pursuant to Rule 12F. All right. So they're going to go over all of that, all of that information within this lawsuit. Again, you could go to Megan Cuniff's her X account or her Substack account, and you will find this information, and you could read this as you need to. So let's get over to this one. So information that popped up a couple of days ago, it says Tony Buzbee is suing Jay-Z's Rock Nation for allegedly soliciting his clients to file a frivolous lawsuit. Y'all. So he claims that Jay-Z's camp according to Tony Buzbee, and this is a CNN article written by Elizabeth Wagmeister. But basically, to go over this article, he's suing them because he says that Jay-Z's law firm, Alex Spiro and them, are going around finding his old clients, discussing information with them, and then claiming that they work for the state of Texas and that they're conducting an investigation against him, and that they're paying, he according to Buzzbee, that the Spiro law firm is paying people up to $10,000 to file a lawsuit against Tony Buzbee, saying that he was not a good lawyer or all this other stuff. But let's get into this. Let's get into exactly what he's saying, because I'm trying to paraphrase it and don't feel like I'm doing it an adequate job. It says, in a lawsuit filed Wednesday in Texas, Tony Buzbee claims that Rock Nation has financed and Carter's attorneys at the law firm of Quinn Emanuel have orchestrated an effort to solicit his clients to bring cases against him. Defendants have conspired to obstruct justice by engaging shadowy operatives to illegally seek out more than 24 current and former clients of the Buzzbee law firm to convince those clients to bring frivolous cases against the Buzzbee law firm, the lawsuit says. Buzzbee claims in the lawsuit that more than 24 clients of his firm have been solicited, alleging that some have been approached by individuals who pretend to work for the state of Texas and who have flashed fake badges. Now, Buzzbee told CNN on Wednesday that he will provide the court the audio recordings as evidence should they be requested. So CNN says they have not listened to it. Now, I do see, I think it was on his Instagram account, y'all. And I think I've probably reported on this, that I think I've already reported on this, that there was a ring doorbell recording, or a snapshot of a ring doorbell recording that has this information in. So you see that again, Jay-Z did a press conference. Jay-Z and his attorney did a press conference discussing that they could provably show that the information in the Jane Doe lawsuit was not um is provably false. And then you have the motion by Jay-Z and his law firm to preserve evidence and to release Sean Carter from the lawsuit with Diddy. He doesn't want to be attached to that lawsuit, as you could see that information there. And also, I saw a lot of my fellow YouTubers were reporting on the fact that the attorney had said something in regards to that Jay-Z and Diddy are not close or anything like that, that they weren't friends. And I think a lot of people were in a tizzy about that. Like, oh my gosh, how could they not be friends? They've been seen all these different places and all that other stuff. Listen, whatever you need to distance anytime that you have a what if you call that good friendships. And like I've said before, and I want to be fair when I say this, Jay-Z's issue and problem is his birds of a feather flock together, that he has been seen with Diddy. Now, I don't know if they have gone on personal trips together, they eat lunch every day. I don't know any of that stuff about them. Only time I see them as is that they're at award shows together. They are at parties together. That Diddy is filing. He was doing with I've seen that Diddy has been to the Rock Nation party, and Jay-Z has been to the white parties of Diddy. So they do party together. But again, people in that sphere, entertainment sphere, they all party together. But I'm not trying to inflate it or deflate it. All I'm saying is, when you have something like this with this legal action, I would personally distance myself from anyone saying that I am friends or anything like that. And I'm quite sure that Jay-Z allowed for his lawyer to put that information out. Okay. So let's continue. So then what comes out, and this, I'm going to share this with people from people. Diddy and Jay Z's accuser, attorney, allegedly gave woman venereal disease lawsuit claims, but he says it's a conspiracy. Now, let's go over this article written by Charmaine Patterson and Lawrence Lee for People. Tony Buzbee, the attorney representing several of Sean Diddy Combs and one of Jay Z's SA accusers, has been accused of giving a woman an undisclosed sexually transmitted infection in a new lawsuit. In response, Busby called the lawsuit a part of a conspiracy to discredit and intimidate him. So he's basically saying, from what I just talked about earlier in the last article, that this is supposed to be a lawsuit filed or bankrolled or pushed forward by Jay Z's camp to discredit him. The lawsuit was filed in New York Supreme Court on Thursday, December 19th, by a woman who identified herself as Jane Doe. She alleged that she met Busby online in 2018. She claims the two had dinner and went to see a show in Houston before Busby booked a room at a five-star hotel, according to the filing reviewed by People. Doe alleged in court documents that the two had intercourse, and Busby allegedly failed to tell her that he had a venereal disease. The disease is not disclosed in her filing. The accuser claims that she started to feel uncomfortable sensations around her groin after their encounter and called her doctor. After getting tested, Doe claimed that her doctor confirmed she had a sexually transmitted, an STI. She alleged that when she told Busby about her diagnosis, he didn't appear shocked and allegedly apologized. Doe claimed Busby was aware he had the disease, but asked her not to tell anyone about her testing positive. Busby allegedly then offered to give the woman free legal advice in exchange for her silence. Doe claims in her lawsuit that she allegedly continued to have intercourse with Busby following her diagnosis, and the two traveled together to places like New York, where Busby owns property, and Panama. During one NYC trip, the woman said she and Busby were at a bar where Busby allegedly shoved a champagne flute in her face. Doe claims she has evidence of the champagne flute incident via medical and dental records, along with a chipped tooth. Girl, you went back out with this man after he done burnt you up. Okay, I don't like that. And hear me well. We can't predict the behaviors of others. We could do our best to vet people and things like that. But once people show you who they are, why do you all go back for the BS? Once you was with it, you was with the stunts, the shows, and the shenanigans with going to dinner, going to the five-star hotel. All of that's fine. Everybody is consenting adults, and you can do what you need to do. But once your doctor tells you, boo, you ate up. You then go back with this person. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out going through, through my brain because me, like I said, being if I was with the shenanigans and we did all the stuff that we did, but as soon as I found out that you have you got my stuff frying like bacon, that's a wrap. That is a wrap, and that is a lesson learned. But let's continue. Later in the lawsuit, Doe says she took Busby up on his offer and asked him to represent her in a 2021 divorce case. She alleges that while he was her attorney, Busby doctored medical records to make it look like Doe's estranged husband, not Busby, infected her with the venereal disease. Doe claims that Busby then pressured her to settle the divorce quickly without discovery so that no one would learn that Busby infected her and doctored the record. Doe is suing Busby for legal malpractice, violation of judicial law, breach of fiduciary duty, and fraudulent misrepresentation and tortious interference. Busby denies the allegation. Well, he vehemently denies the allegation, telling people the lawsuit is frivolous, laughable, and ridiculous and will be dismissed along like the others. Busby currently represents several people who have accused Combs of sexual SA. Earlier this month, one of Busby's clients named Diddy and Jay-Z in a lawsuit accusing the two men of SA her in 2003. I thought it was the 2000. Wait a minute now. They said the 2000 VMAs. Now they turned around and said the 2003, or is this a people thing? I'm not going to click it. I'm going to finish this article. Quote, the conspiracy to discredit me and intimidate me from pursuing claims in the Diddy litigation has become criminal. Busby added in his statement to People, it now seems that every other day there is another false claim filed, all of which are being ginned up by individuals working on behalf or in concert with Rock Nation. Ooh, don't seem like it's fun when the rabbit has the gun, is it? Rock Nation is the entertainment company founded and owned by Jay-Z. Buzzbee added that this particular case has no factual merit whatsoever, and the attorney representing Doe demanded $20 million from him before filing, allegedly warning Buzzbee he would trash his reputation if he didn't pay. We won't just sit back and allow this criminality to continue. We have reported this conduct to the relevant legal authorities, Busby continued, and we will be suing those behind this to put an end to this egregious behavior once and for all. Jay-Z's Rock Nation Entertainment Company seemingly referenced the latest filing on Instagram. In a statement which was deleted and reposted several times, Rock Nation alleged that Busby blames it for his legal woes. And here is the Instagram post from Rock Nation. It says, Mr. 81800 said today that Rock Nation is criminally responsible for his legal woes with ex-clients and ex-lovers who is accusing him of transmitting venereal diseases, assaulting, falsifying documents, and stealing clients' money. No and no. God is behind that sunlight you keep referencing. We are not the source of every sunlight you get, but rock sunshine is coming your way, Mr. 1-800. Shameful. So, this is what's coming in behind this. Let's see. I think I got something else that's associated with this. And let's go to this article by TMZ. It's pretty much the same information, but we're going to go over it anyway. Diddy accuser lawyer Tony Buzbee fires back. Rapper will do anything to intimidate and harass him. And he's talking about Jay-Z. The lawyer for numerous Diddy accusers firing back at Jay-Z and his team's allegation of misconduct, calling their demand for sanctions against him frivolous, and says the star is just trying to intimidate his client and himself. Tony Buzbee has filed a response to Jay-Z and his team's recent filing, claiming their justification for having him sanctioned falls on tiny inconsistencies in a person's story from nearly 25 years ago when the Jane Doe was a child. Buzbee says that Jay's side is trying to use simple disputes of facts as proof that his client's allegation of R is all BS, and his threat against Buzbee himself is just another instance of bullying. Put succinctly, in a letter in Busby's filing, the attorney says Jay-Z is just like Diddy, rich and powerful, and is willing to use any pressure he can to intimidate and harass him, his client, and anyone else who might be able to expose him for misdeeds. Buzbee says the law treats everyone, even big stars like Jay, the same, and asked the court to not impose sanction. Okay, we told you about Jay-Z's motion filed by lawyer at Shapiro, claiming NBC poked enough holes in Jay-Z's accuser's account, excuse me, y'all, to bring Busby's conduct to question. All right. And again, if you're not familiar with that, I'm plugging my video that talks about Shapiro going back and forth about the holes in the story. Now, I do want to go back to a certain different thing. Let me see where I'm at. I do want to come back here. Jay-Z's lawyers argue Busby didn't do enough fact checking of his client's story, which is responsible. We reached out to Spiro about Busby filings, and he says when it becomes crystal clear to everyone that this case is a total sham, this lawyer who did not properly vet this claim promised to polygraph his client. Where is the polygraph results? So, but I wanted to go back to this people article really quick because I wanted to click the hyperlink in regards to, here we go. I wanted to click this hyperlink because they're saying 2003. So I'm wondering, I haven't seen anything to admit. No, it says 2000. This is the headline that they have. Okay. That's what I wanted to do, y'all. I just wanted to click the hyperlink to see if it was something different because they were saying 2003. And I was like, oh my goodness, did they put a whole nother article up? And lastly, in this whole situation, again, there may be some information missing, but I saw this. I don't know how true it is, but we're going to go over it. It's from Barler Alert. It's written by Aisha, who doesn't give her last name. And it was written today. It says DJ Academics apologizes to Jay-Z and Rock Nation amid their drama with Tony Buzbee. And he says, I want no smoke. DJ Mac Academics is walking back his long-standing criticism of Jay-Z and Rock Nation. The streamer who previously slammed Jay-Z for plotting against Drake has officially issued a public apology. This move arrived after a new lawsuit accused controversial attorney Tony Buzbee of knowing and spreading an STD to a woman. Act seems to suggest that this claim only arose due to Busby's ongoing legal battle with Jay-Z, who is also being sued by one of Busby's clients. Academics took to his live stream to address his comments, admitting that Jay and Rock Nation hold too much power in the music industry to critique. I want no, in a quote, it says, I want no smoke with Rock Nation, and I issue a formal apology, he said, adding, Jay-Z, I want to be on your team. I want to be in the camp of Rock Nation. I don't have, and it is not showing because I was trying to go through to see if they had, okay, they have it right here. All right. So we will listen to that, but let's finish this article really quick. The sudden shift comes after years of throwing shade at Jay-Z, including calling him a cutthroat assassin. Wow. Now Ack is praising him for his influence, even jokingly asking to be brought to billionaire status. Academics also stated that he was distancing himself from supporting Tory Lane's feud with Rock Nation, despite claiming the Say It performer as his friend. Tory's my man's, but I got no more opinion on that, he said. Rock Nation is too GD powerful. This is a big switch from Academics' usual shots at Jay-Z, but it's evidence the culture commentator is ready to make peace with the mogul. Interesting. Let's go back up here. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry. Yeah.
Against Diddy and won against Jay-Z is now accused.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't realize that on the screen you weren't seeing. I wasn't showing the
Jay
right
got
tab.
niggas looking at him weird. That's some power, people. I'm sorry. I don't want no parts of going at Jay, Alex Spiro. Ain't one of, I apologize to all of Jay-Z's kids. Well, ain't one of them named Rumi or something. Hey, listen, you got it. What the fuck? Chat. Tony Buzbee, who's filed multiple lawsuits against Diddy and won against Jay-Z. is now accused of infecting a woman he dated with a venereal disease. Oh my God. According to a new suit.
Act don't want no smoke with that because there was, I don't know if it's still pending or not, but there was an investigation on him from someone who said that she had been SA'd in his home by some of his homeboys while he was in his room sleep. But let's continue.
Filed in the New York Supreme Court, the accuser, identified as Jane Doe, says Buzzbee has taken advantage of her since 2018 when they first met during an online conversation. The woman says Texas-based attorney charmed her and convinced her to go out on a date. She said she ventured to Tony Buzbee's hometown of Houston.
And he's going back over that article that we just read. So I apologize if it's repetitive, but this is in his video as well.
To grab dinner with him before they took in a show. After the performance, the woman says Buzzbee booked a room in a 5-star hotel where he seduced her. The two allegedly had sexual intercourse without Buzzbee revealing he had a venereal disease. Now, chat, this is why I'm telling you, I want no smoke with Rock Nation, and I issue a formal apology. And here's the next part of what I want y'all to say to go viral. Jay-Z, I want to be on your team. I want to be in the camp of the Rock Nations because this type of power and this type of sliminess, hey, get me to a billionaire status too. I'm with y'all. Okay? Now, I ain't going to turn against Tory. Okay? I know y'all don't like Tory. All right? Tory's my mans. I ain't going to turn against Tory, but I got no more opinion on that. Okay? Tory, you on your own, nigga. you on your own, Tony. Tory, you on your own, brother. Rock Nation is too goddamn powerful. I'm just bowing out. I'm just going to check out IPs. I'm going to catch y'all niggas later. Yo, Jay. See you at the brunch, gang. I'm sorry.
A mess. A mess. A mess. A mess. All right. So you heard that from DJ Academics. He said he don't want no smoke with Rock Nation. Because they pulling stuff out they tail. He don't want no mess with Rock Nation. All right, people. What do y'all think about this information that's been provided? Tony Buzbee is fighting a lawsuit from a woman who says that he gave her an STI. Jay-Z has filed a motion to be dismissed from this order or and to have the evidence that Tony Buzbee has in regards to the Jane Doe case between him and Diddy, making sure that evidence is preserved. DJ Academics is out here apologizing, backpedaling and pussy popping because he said Rock Nation is too powerful for him to be jaw jacking and talking out his behind about Rock Nation and things like that. What do y'all think about all of this? A mess. This is absolutely a mess. But again, it is I told you it's been a week. This has been a week with the Jay-Z versus Tony Buzbee. These two in his law firm, it's been a mess. They have been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Probably by the time I finish recording this video, they are probably still going back and forth on something. Next week is going to be interesting to see, but they may cool down and nothing will show up because of the fact that, the holidays is coming up next week. So y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, people. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.